Hey everybody, I am here to show you a little bit about Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. This is a 3DS game that Ubisoft is putting out. It's going to be due out, or it's coming out the day that the 3DS is coming out. That's this weekend. And I am happy to confirm that we have on our hands, I believe, another title worth purchasing on launch day. This is, now, of course, you have to be into strategy games. I love strategy games. They're my second, I don't know, maybe my favorite genre. I like shooters as well. This game plays an awful lot like XCOM. So for any of you out there who love XCOM games, you're going to love this game. Let me show you. There's different modes here. Let's have a look. I'm going to try to get this a little closer so you can see this top screen really well. So you can see what the graphics look like. Sorry if it's a little wiggly while I do this. So a couple of things. You've got campaign, skirmish mode, multiplayer. Campaign is exactly what it sounds like. You just have a single player campaign you play through. Skirmish mode allows you to do little quick pickup matches that are single player. Finally, multiplayer mission is a pass and play option. So this does not allow you to play online or with multiple 3DS, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's still a fun game. Really, the reason you're going to be picking this game up, though, is for the campaign. Let's go into here so you can see how this works. As I mentioned, this is about 4 missions in, I think, to the game. This is a lot like XCOM in the way it handles. Now, it gives you a mission. There's a little cutscene here that you're going to see. I'm going to zip through it. The storyline is essentially rogue Russian politicians trying to take back the country and make it an evil empire again. That's, I'm kind of boiling it down for you. And Ghost Recon is brought in. Some of the soldiers are brought in to try to figure out what's going on and help out with some of the issues. So now, when you start a mission, you have 3 levels you can choose from. You'll see down here, as I go through these levels, it changes my persistent elite creation score. This is essentially little points that you earn that can be used to modify and upgrade your different soldiers. So the higher level you play, that's rookie, that's veteran, that's elite, the more points you get. We're going to do elite. I've been playing through elite. It's been a challenge, but not impossible. So here's a map of where we're going to be, and you're walked through your mission in the top screen. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the top screen. So a couple of things. I love this game. I absolutely love it. It's a very cool looking, very fun game to play. However, this would have also been, I believe, a really fantastic DSi game because while the 3D is neat, it adds a really cool effect to this top screen. It lets you kind of see the depth of the levels that you're playing. It doesn't really add any I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it doesn't really add anything to the experience other than sort of the same thing that maybe better graphics would add to an experience. So that's a bummer. There's no Street Pass, which is a bummer. There's not that I'd want a pedometer, but essentially, besides perhaps the processing power, and I don't know enough about it to know if that's the case, but perhaps besides the processing power, I don't see this taking a lot of advantage of the 3DS. Again, graphics are really neat. 3D graphics are really cool. There is one negative aspect of the 3D graphics. You'll notice that you'll spend most of your time up here playing the game. This is your typical isometric view of the battlefield. You can kind of go around. There's a lot of neat things you can do here. But you'll also be looking down at this screen, which gives you the map, and as you can see, when I select somebody, it gives me all my stats. The problem is when your eyes are kind of zipping back and forth between this top 3D screen while this 3D is turned on and the bottom 2D screen. Personally, for me at least, I started feeling a little nauseous because I was kind of going back and forth between 3D, 2D, 3D, 2D. So that was sort of a negative. I ended up turning off the 3D just because of that, but it didn't really hurt the experience. It's still a ton of fun. So let me just give you a quick rundown. As with most games like this, it's turn-based. You have points that you use. So I'm going to select him. Now this is kind of giving me a walkthrough. I've already played through this level. This is giving me a walkthrough of this guy. Now you could see this shows me where I can move within the map. The green spot there shows me that I can move there and attack in the same move. Another neat thing I can do after I select my character is select an enemy and it will now show me, this isn't a good demonstration of this, but it shows me that if I go to this square, I'm in a yellow tile. Now I'll show you down here what that means. You'll notice that the damage is rated by 3 types, light yellow, or yellow, I guess, orange, and red. And that goes back to what color these tiles are. So I know that because that tile is yellow, he'll do 8 damage. If the tile are orange or red, he'd do more. Typically, what you see is an array of colors, so you kind of can figure out where you want to move to do, different levels of damage. It will also show you when you move to this square, it'll show you who can attack you. So if anybody could attack me, there'd be like a little red laser sight aiming at me. There's something called support fire in this game, which means that if there are multiple people who could attack me, when I move there and do my attack, they will all do attack. So in theory, I could move to that attack and have like 3 people take me on. So that's it's one of the cool little features it shows you. Another neat thing is I can press, let me deselect this. I can press the Y button. The Y button shows me where I can go to attack somebody. This, of course, is not based on, it's line of fire basically, and where I can be attacked. So if I'm in any of these places, I can get hit. But obviously I can't move to any of those. I'm going to move to this house because it provides cover, and I'm going to do an attack on this guy. Now here's the other thing. This shows a yellow and red. Red is how much damage I will do, definitely. Yellow is how much damage I potentially could do. Now my character also has the ability to do a suppressive fire, which does, I know this because I've looked at it, and actually let me back out and show you how I looked at it. Down here, you'll see it has the attack. If I press the suppressive fire button here, that little icon, it shows me that it deals half damage, but the character I attack can't move. So going back to this, I'm going to go ahead and move, I'm going to move up here and do a normal attack. And he does his damage. And now typically in these rounds you can have 3 or 4 different characters. Right now, at this point in the turn, I only have 1. I'm out of moves, so I'm going to go ahead and go, and now the bad guys are going to go now. They're going to move in. Now my guy can do counterattacks, and they're really powerful. He's a heavy gunner, so it's essentially what he does. It's his thing. Now you'll notice that a little number pops up after I either do damage or after I kill somebody. You'll see in a second. See that blue number that said 6? That is my experience, essentially my experience. What it's telling me is that I've earned 6% of what I need to do my special attack, or 6 points, I guess, out of 100. So let me show you what that means. If you look down here, you see that I am at 38%. Once I get to 100%, I have the ability to do a special attack, which does different things. In his case, I think it does double damage. Now I'm going to go ahead, this is kind of walking you through some of the things I already told you. I'm going to do this. Whoops. I'm going to show you again. So orange and yellow now. So if I move here and attack that guy, his buddy above me can attack. If I stay here, I can attack him and no one can hit me. So I'm going to go ahead and stay here and do an attack. And there we go. I took him out, and now I'm going to probably get this a pretty big bonus for taking him out, 26 points towards my special attack. And again, typically you get a lot more moves because you have more guys. Now these guys are moving in on me. I'm going to stay hidden in this house. I'm taking cover here because I'm waiting for the rest of my team to show up. So again, I can stay. Whoops, crap! I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I should have moved forward to take the guy, but I didn't. Now he's in the house with me. He's in the house. Get out of the house. It's all right. I don't have to because I got a massive gun. That's what she said. Haha. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, now here's my support team, asking me what's going on. And a little bit of story here. Kind of light on the story, but again, lots of fun, especially if you love XCOM. I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy. Take him out. Boomity boomity. He's dead. Hoping to get this special attack so I can show you. I think I just got it. All right, end turn. One more, and then I'll show you what this special attack does. It doesn't look that spectacular, but it'll take him out. So let's see. Oh, you bastard. Um, okay, so, and by the way, as all this is going on, there's all this stuff down there that I can be looking at. This is what I was talking about, where you're going to be moving your eyes back and forth. As you can see, it gives me a lot of information as I move around. Um, there we go. So you can see both for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and see where damn it, where I want to move to. Okay, now, as you can see, I now have 3 attacks. That's because he's at 100% for his special attack. That last one is his special attack. It's called a super shot. And here we go. And I'm going to totally blow this guy away. 48 points out of, he needed 12 to kill him, so it was a definite overkill. And I've already gotten a third of the way up. So there you go. It is a lot of fun. Highly recommended game. Really enjoy it. The one downside, well, a couple downsides. One is it doesn't really take advantage of all of ththose extra neat things that 3DS does. The 3D is kind of cool, but again, I had a little issue dropping back and forth between 3D and 2D on the 2 screens. But no Street Pass, no pedometer, no Mii's. I mean, I don't know if I'd want any of that. Street Pass would have been cool if they'd figured something out. I'm kind of bummed there's no online multiplayer or maybe 3DS multiplayer, but again, they have Pass and Play, which is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of XCOM strategy games or just having fun.